Hello Street Fighter fans. So today we are doing Luke number 10, Trial 10, Season 6. So this is probably going to be a long video, but I just got this and I'm very, very happy that yeah, I'm finally finished all the trials, every trial. So I'm gonna give myself a pat on the back for that one. So I'm going to run through Luke 10. This is gonna be a bit of a long video because I had to, much like the other one, if you watch my trial 9, which you probably did if you are checking out my videos, I had to break this one down quite a bit to little parts to practice. But I'll show you some really neat tricks and a few things that I had to discover to really get this one built. Now, like I said in number 9, this one is a lot of muscle memory because you see those hold releases and then you're constantly doing a quarter circle back a lot, but there's a lot of pauses and a lot of really weird timing. So we'll run through the demonstration really quick just so you can see what's involved. And yeah, then I'll get right into it.
That's about it.
Okay, so just when I first started doing this, I just was looking at that those first two moves right before the V trigger, and I was wondering if it'd be really hard to get that timing down. It's not hard. It is. You got to be a little quick, but it's a little forgiving, so it's not too hard to do. So just for giggles, I just thought I'll give it a try. So that's actually pretty easy. So that don't even worry about those ones to start with. So I'll go through those hold releases again and explain those if you didn't watch number 9, but I'm sure you did if you were struggling with those. So the hold releases, same with the light punch and the medium, is you have two versions of it. You have your quick tap and then you have your hold. Now, and you can even hold even longer. So from the quick tap hold releases to the hold, you don't have to hold long. It's like only about a half second longer than a tap. So you want to keep that in mind, especially with this medium. The same applies for the light punch, but it doesn't apply actually in this combo as opposed to 9 and 5. This canceling into the light hold is a lot easier because you actually get to hold it longer. So so what I started to do practicing right away, to cancel you have to be in V trigger. So if you watch if you want to cancel, if you want to get this move out, you have to cancel from your medium hold to your light hold. Now to do that, you have to be in V trigger, and you have to be very quick to cancel it, so it's immediately back. So I will try to get this. I'll edit out any like really grinding stuff, but. So if you watch, now here's what I discovered earlier, how to figure this one out, is if you watch, the V trigger doesn't go down until you use the cancel modes. So you have to very quickly move from your medium hold to your light hold. Alright, so what to do to practice all this? Is you can just to get the feel for those two is just put Ryu in the corner. Believe me, you can practice all this in the corner, so you don't have to do it like the demonstration where he has to be across the screen. So just practice this and then right into your light, and you want to hold it as long as you can. All right, you can hold that light as long as you can, because you don't want to release it while Ryu is still in the air. You have to wait till he's close enough to you where he's going to bounce. So just practice those quick motions. So that was just how I was getting a feel for how those two work together. That was the first step I did. So once I got a feel for that, which if you do number 5 and 9, you sort of get an idea of how quickly you have to make those motions. It's pretty quick. The hard part in this combo that I found was the standing hard punch to the medium hold release. Now it's almost like number 9, where if you hold too short, you won't get him to bounce off the wall. If you hold too long, he's gonna block. So that was the really hard part that I found, getting the timing. So that's what I found with that is, for your standing hard punch, you want to start the quarter circle back while he's still basically punching, like almost like midway through the punch, and then you want to hit the medium punch button fully after that quarter circle. So you want to make sure that that standing hard punch is out, because if you start the quarter circle and then release the hard punch at the wrong time, you're going to end up doing that. Because it's like, if you do any quarter circle, you can link them together. So you have to make sure that you tap your hard punch and then make sure that you're doing your quarter circle, but you're releasing that hard punch before the punch finishes, or you'll end up doing that. So you have to tap your hard punch, start your quarter circle about midway through his punch, and then hit the medium after the quarter circle is complete. Now you're gonna have that block. So that's where, for me anyways, I was holding the medium too long, and then he ends up blocking. So you really have to play with that timing. And like I said before, there's your tap of the medium. There's the move you want. There's the hold release, and it's about a half second longer than their tap, so it's not long. So you want to start that quarter circle about midway through the punch, and then not hold too long but not too short. Now that's the one you're going to miss a lot. As you see there, I'm getting it, and that's the hardest part to practice. So you want to stick Ryu in the corner and just play with that until you're really comfortable with it. Now, as I said, number 9, Luke, with these hold releases, are... I'm just taking a sip of coffee. Sorry about that. I just rub my coffee mug among the microphone there. So once you've really got a good feeling for how that goes, then you want to link in that medium, that light hold. Now the beauty with that is he's bouncing off the wall, so it's not, you can hold, there's no timing on that light other than just holding it longer than you think you have to. So once you get the feel for that, and you get him bouncing off the wall, confirming it's no problem. But obviously it's still tricky. You're still going to miss it. And there is a slight, sorry, I forgot to mention, there is a slight delay. Once you've got him bouncing, or once you've confirmed the hit, once the hit happens with that medium hold release, there's a slight pause to activate that the quarter circle back. You want to let the controller reset to neutral before you try to start the next quarter circle. Because if you don't, it just doesn't come out. At least for me, anyways. Like you can do the cancel if you can do the cancel quite easily, but when he was bouncing off the wall, it creates that more of a delay that you need to do. So it's not quite instantaneous, but it's pretty fast. See, and there it is. See, I did a quarter circle too soon, so I didn't let the controller reset. So I'm not holding my medium punch there long enough. But this is what practice is for. So that's what you want to practice right there. You want to just keep that up until you've really got the feel of the timing for that. So standing hard punch, medium hold release, then the light punch hold release, but you're holding the light punch a lot longer. So once you've got that, now I'm going to splice in, I'm just going to leave this, I'm going to splice in a bit of the demonstration and slow it down, because that was what it took me to figure out how to do the next two, the medium punch and the hard punch. So in the demonstration, I started paying attention where the V trigger would go down. So I noticed it went between the medium and the light punch holds, so I knew that was a cancel. And then between the light and medium, I noticed it didn't go down, but it would go down between the light medium punch and tap and the hard punch tap. So I knew that was a cancel. So I knew there was a delay between the light hold and the medium punch tap, but a cancel between the medium and the hard punch. So that was how I figured out where that cancel was and how fast I had to do it. So the medium, the next medium after the light is just a tap. But then you have to cancel the hard, so you're not going to cancel into the... You're not canceling into this one, so it's not as fast, but it is still pretty quick. So that was what was throwing me off. I thought I had to be a lot faster, going from that light medium hold release to that medium punch, medium punch quarter circle back. No, you don't. That's not the cancel, because the V trigger depletes when you're canceling. So I watched the demonstration a couple times to see when the cancel was, and it's between the medium punch and the hard punch. So another way to break this down is practice the medium punch, hard punch cancel. So you want to do the taps and taps. That there. That's where your cancel is, and if you watch your V-trigger, that's when it goes down. So that's where the cancel is, not between the light punch and the medium punch, and that was what was throwing me off. I was doing too fast and I kept missing them. So just to show you, I'll show you a miss. See, I was doing that. I was going too fast. Then I realized, looking at the V-trigger gauge, that it actually goes down only between the medium and the hard punch. So then what I did is, after I got that standing hard punch to the medium hold release to the light hold release timing down, I just started practicing the medium punch to the hard punch. And again, you could throw him into the corner. That way you're not always going back and forth. And that's what I was doing originally. I realized you could do this whole combo in the corner. So once I started getting the feel for that, the medium punch to the hard punch taps, then I started practicing my critical art, because I'm terrible doing critical arts on the left side or the right side, however you're looking at it, like facing right. So then I just had to start practicing that. And as you see, V-trigger runs out, so you just gotta reactivate it. So that's how I started breaking that down. So once I got the bottom three, I got the standing hard punch to the medium hold release, then the light hold release. Then I started practicing the medium punch to the hard punch tap into the critical art. And again, I just used 15 minutes, so I know this video is running long. I'm really sorry, but it's just, I really want to try to explain this for anybody that's really struggling with it, because he is very tricky. And actually, as a note, just to You can also practice, another way to practice this, is you can ignore the standing hard punch for a little bit once you've got comfortable with it, and you could just do the bottom 5. So the medium hold release, light hold release, medium punch, quarter circle back, medium punch, and then the hard punch, and then the critical art, just to practice it. So all you do is you just sort of stand back. As you see, you just stand back and you charge up that hold release medium to start. So So there we go. That's basically, I started practicing that part. And then after I really got comfortable with the bottom 5, that's when I started adding in that medium, or that standing hard punch again, and linking it into the medium. So I do that, and then I would try to add in that tap medium. And of course you miss, you know, you're gonna miss until you get that part. I missed my critical art there, but you're getting the idea. You get the idea of how to do that. Now, while I'm practicing, I'm just going to make a quick note. While I'm practicing, once you've done a few cancels a couple times, like I'm missing that critical art a bunch, but once you've done that, your V-trigger is going to run low, so sometimes you just want to go into try it again, like just try again to reset your V-trigger so you can keep practicing those last parts. As you see there, I ran out of V skill as I was practicing between the medium and the hard punch. That was a little frustration that I had. I kept running out. Okay, so once you've practiced that starting hard punch, standing hard punch in the corner to the rest of it, the medium, light, medium, hard, critical art, and you can get it comfortably enough, this is where I started doing the old try over and over again from the starting point in the screen. Now, mind you, you can do the whole thing in the corner as well. But because of the V-trigger and I'm trying to put it all together, I just use try it again. So I would come up and I would start the medium, or sort of the hard punch forward, hard punch back into the V-trigger, and then trying to put all the rest together. Now again, with muscle memory, once you've developed enough muscle memory, the rest of it will come together, even though it'll feel weird at first, because you are adding in those extra parts. So it's just a matter of stepping up, and then I'll mention any little delays or anything you have to do afterwards. I'm hitting my medium way too soon. So then, yeah, you just practice that part, and then eventually you start adding in your hold releases. I ran out of a second video right as I got that combo done, so I have to do that over again for you guys.
That's about it.
So I just, I was having a lot of struggles with that after that little video pause when I got it the first time, but basically, as I had mentioned in 9, when you're doing these moves, you have to really commit to them. When you're doing the steps in the combo, you have to really commit to the cancels, especially. So once you've activated, there's no hesitation between the medium and the hard. Sorry, the medium tap and the hard punch. You have to really commit to those. Like, there's just no hesitation. The hesitations, the pauses are basically between the medium hold release and the light hold release. You want to hold that as long as you can. And then there's a slight pause between the light hold release and the medium tap. So basically, that's how I ran through this one. I hope it helps you. I hope if you have any questions on any of the timing on this one, please ask, because this one's a little tricky. But like most of them are that I've done videos for. But I hope this really helps you out. So subscribe, comment. Ask any questions. I do requests, so if you're struggling with any other characters or any other trials, let me know. I've finally finished them all, and with Luke being the last character, I guess that's it for the trials. And thanks for watching. Have yourself a great day.